So everything in this reality is tinted with the filter of your beliefs. Filter. The mind is a filter. So if you believe that you are a failure, if you believe you're a failure, what happens? You believe you're a failure in your mind. What that does is your inner eye starts to see the world through that filter. If you believe you're a failure, you will only see failure in your reality. You'll start to notice the failures in other people. You'll start to notice the failure. Your brain will literally be wired to validate that belief. If you believe you're a failure, your conscious mind will literally go and look and scan your reality to validate your belief. That's how powerful a belief is. If I believe I'm a success, my mind will look for anything outside of me to validate that belief. It will see opportunities. It will see other people as successful. That's how powerful beliefs are. Okay? If you always have anxiety or you're worried about someone screwing you over, your mind will constantly look in that other person or your partner for little signs of nothingness that aren't really there. However, it's the mind creating that illusion. Okay? So, the mind is very, very powerful. So confused. So reprogramming the unconscious mind is one of the most important things that we should be doing in our life. And it's a continuous journey, you know. It's not like, do it. It's not like I'm perfect and I've, become this amazing master. I'm just a human just like you. I'm no one special. I just like research. You're better than me. Then we're all equal, right? Reprogramming the mind is something that takes a long, long time, and it's a forever work. It's an eternal work that we have to keep on sharpening. It's like a sword. Imagine it being a sword. That's why the Masons actually use that. Let's go over that. Has anyone ever seen the symbol of the double-headed eagle? The symbol of the double-headed eagle. Where's it gone? It's here somewhere. It's there. The double-headed eagle. The symbol of the 33rd degree. One of the most powerful symbols there is. Now, there's a bad meaning of this, and there's also a very good meaning of this symbol. This logo has a great meaning to yourself. And we can all extract wisdom from this logo. So basically what we're looking at here is an eagle, a double-headed eagle, and we have a sword. The sword is a tool. So that's the first clue, it's a tool. This is tool. What is your tool in life? Well, your tool is your mind. And in occultism, the elements represent different bodies of consciousness, as you probably already know this, right? The air is associated with mind. Emotion is associated with water. Earth is associated with the physical body. And air is associated with mind, thought. The sword is a tool that flies through the air. So it's an air element. It's symbolizing the mind or the intellect, the thinking part of yourself, the thought. So this is gaining control of the tool of thought, because this is the knife that carves your reality, your mind, your intellect. What you think about is what you become. So this is the mind. Control of the mind tool to carve reality. Now, if you notice here, this eagle's looking to the right, this eagle's looking to the left, duality. Well, what dualities would there be? Well, there would be material and spiritual. There would be future and past. Right? But notice how they join together, so they become unified. So this is symbolizing the unification of both the spiritual nature and the material nature. And their one eye looks into their spiritual and their other eye looks into their material. And they're integrating both, meaning they have mastered both their spiritual body, their astral body. They've gained full control of their astral vehicle, astral projection. And they're also using the material form. This is basically, in Egyptian times, this is how you become deified. They're deified, right? Anybody know what deified means? Let me know in the comments. Also got a masterclass on symbolism. Can't wait to dive in it. Thank you. Oh, it's a pleasure. Amazing. Enjoy. Really enjoy it. Anybody know what deified means? Deified means become a god. Godlike, yes. So deified means you become godlike, meaning that was the ultimate goal in the ancient times, and still today. In the ancient times, to become a god, you had to gain full control of your astral body. So think, back then there's no technology. It was just, the true currency was wisdom and knowledge. The true currency was wisdom and knowledge, right? So there was forbidden knowledge. So to become deified, you had to gain control over your astral body and and have access to the star planes, what they called the stars, or the heavens, or they unlocked the vault of heaven. It's all allegory. Now that I've told you that, if you go and look at the ancient or just old pictures of old paintings of Jesus, you'll see Jesus floating in the sky, pointing up towards the heavens. That is symbolic of the same tradition of everyone trying to access astral projection, achieve access to their light body. If you go and look at the old paintings of Jesus, you'll see this. Jesus is floating in the sky, pointing up to the sun or pointing up to the heavens or the stars. It's symbolic of accessing the astral plane. Okay? So this is integrating both that they have access to their spiritual nature and the material nature, and it's also the future and the past. The future and the past. Well, how do you master the time? The crown is a symbol of authority and power. If you wear a crown, you have authority and power. So your authority and power is when you have control of your sword, which is your mind, and you're in the middle, which is the present. Your authority and power is only in the present moment. That's the only thing you have full control over. So the past and the future. In order to gain full control of time, the present moment, you have to look into the past to see what mistakes you made in your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Extract your wisdom from your mistakes to operate, think, feel, and act now to generate a better future. So you have to look into the past, extract wisdom from your mistakes, use that wisdom now in the present to generate a better future. Ordo ab chaos. So you can't control anything, even your thoughts or patterns. Yes, but you can give power what thoughts. You can control what thoughts you give power to. Meaning, you can control whether you give awareness to a certain thought or not. Now, someone's asking about ordo ab chaos. Ordo ab chaos is basically means order out of chaos. Meaning, creating order out of chaos. That's how you create structure in your life. Now, that can also mean very bad things. You can use this to create and mold society like the elites are. The elites are using this to mold society. For example, they create chaos and then create a solution. They create chaos, then order, to mold society into their desire. But on a personal level, you can use this in your own life. If you have chaos in your own reality, you need to create order. And if you think about it, this is how we create all the time. We can, if you think about it, your mind or the mental plane is chaos. All around you is just thoughts flying around you. There is no structure or order in the higher dimensions of consciousness, such as mental. There's no structure or order there. The physical world is the order, right? It's just chaotic thoughts flying around. So we actually create order out of that chaos. We are here to create and unfold creation, turning thoughts into actions and then ordering that chaos into creation. And ordo ab chaos is above the sword, and the sword again is the mind. So it's about creating order in your mind, because that's how you create your reality. If you create order in your mind, you'll see that reflected in your life. If you have a chaos in your mind, you'll see the chaos in your reality, because they are reflections of both. Again, here. The two pillars of life, they're reflections. This is extreme physical, this is extreme spiritual. Awareness, mind, and body. Mind is a reflection. The body is a reflection of the mind. Right? Does that make sense? Is this live or recorded? This is live, yes, this is live. I learned something new. Amazing, I'm glad. That's why you always have to do the inner work. Exactly, yeah. You have to do the inner work. How to create order. You have to create structure in your life. Like, you have to create an order in your mind. You have to create a repetition you follow every day, a certain ritual, a certain order that you're following in your life. And it will benefit you. It will benefit your mind, how you think, how you operate your reality. Because you are the creator and the master of your temple. Every thought is commanding 50 trillion cells in your body and they instantly obey every thought you give. Every thought you give to your body, there are 50 trillion cells religiously obeying it. You're the master of 50 trillion living beings. The cells. So, you are the master of your mind. You're a sovereign being. You have sovereignty over your mind, over your body. These are the temples that you dwell in, which is awareness, God. Awareness of your mind is the divine spark, the lost word. you know. I'm a Mason and I've learned a lot from your books. Wow, that's beautiful. I'm glad you've learned a lot. Thank you for your great comment. The body is a vessel. It is, yes, exactly. It's the vessel of the light. It's the vessel of the I am awareness. The vessel of the universal essence or the universal spirit. The universal awareness. It is a powerful force that we're a part of, and we're unfolding this creation. We're here to unfold this. We're here to participate in unfolding this reality. You know, the mind is a terrible thing to waste. Exactly. Very well said. Very, very well said. Beautiful. Right. Speak on the monad. The monad is the divine awareness, is the awareness of your mind. We are all an emanation of that awareness. The monad is just the source of being itself, the source of consciousness itself. That awareness you have, that it's observing your thoughts, observing everything. That is the monad. That's what you are connected to. That is the live stream of consciousness you're connected to. Think of life or consciousness as a live stream, and you're continually flowing the life force through you, through your mind. So, right, the I am awareness, the part of you that is aware of your mind, that observes everything. There is a part of you that's just unchanging and unified and perfect. That's the monad, that's the light, that's the source of your being, that's the part of you that's giving you life. It's not you, it's God, it's part of the universe, universal, the whole, the one. The monad shines its light through your mind, and your mind is directing them life forces through thoughts, feelings, imaginations, and your actions. You're directing a stream of creational forces through you in the present moment. You're tapped into it right now. That's what consciousness is. It's a live stream. It's an eternal stream. And you are directing that creational force in the present moment. The monad is the present moment, if you can get your head around that. Because the monad collapses duality. There is no thought. It's just awareness itself. It's just being. So that's what your true form is the monad, and the mind creates a false illusion of itself, a false interpretation. And then beyond the monad is the void. But essentially what we are is the monad, pure awareness, seeking to see itself from every possible angle. And that's what you are. You're a manifestation of God, and God is trying to see himself through you. So when you come to know yourself, you are doing the work of God, or what they call the great work. The great work is coming to know yourself, because when you come to know yourself, you're doing the work of God. God is trying to see himself. He is pure awareness. He can't see. It's just awareness. So he creates infinite life forms of himself to seek gnosis. Thank you for your leadership. I stumbled on your content during COVID, got your first book, changed it. Amazing. I'm so glad. Thank you for that. My entire family is on a different vibe now. Amazing. Thank you for sharing that. I'm glad. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The 10 codes were taken very fast as well. They got taken within like, I don't know. But I am going to open up 10 more. So 10 more people can get the Book of Symbolism. For the people asking in the comments, this is the Book of Symbolism. Just click my profile, click books, go to my website, revivalwisdom.com. 10 more people have the chance now. I'll take the 40% hit. 40% is on me if you use the code 333 for the next 10 people. The Book of Symbolism. Just that's the code 333. Right. I'm going to quickly mute myself. I need a drink. Okay, we're back. How is everyone? We are back. Love to see all the thinkers here. Yeah, it's beautiful. We're all here. We are all here. So, sometimes you see the compass sat below this square. Sometimes the compass is never on top. Sometimes you see it below. Now that means the square is overlapping the compass, which is a base understanding of consciousness, basically. It's when the squares rule our circles, meaning our physical nature is ruling our spiritual nature. We do not want our body ruling our spirit or our mind, because if the body rules the mind, that means the mind becomes a servant to the body. When the mind needs to be the ruler of the body and not its servant. So we need to make sure that our physical nature is under the command of our spiritual nature. That our inner world is ruling our external world. When the external world rules our thought, meaning if your body has an urge to do something, and the mind instantly reacts and instantly does it, that means that the body is being ruled. Sorry, that the mind is being ruled by the body. If you instantly act on an urge of the body, we need the mind to be the ruler. That's how you overcome addiction. Yes. So what is the name of the book besides the Book of Symbolism? Book of Wisdom. Book of Wisdom. So this represents the heavens. This represents the earth. Because if you look up in the sky, everything above you is circular. It's circular. The stars, the sun. The heavens is circular. So it symbolizes the higher realms of consciousness. Now, someone who's not very trained in seeing things esoterically, they would think we're actually talking about the heavens. But again, the heavens are a symbol of the higher dimensions, the mind, the astral plane. It's about placing your mental plane and astral plane ruling over your physical plane. The mind ruling the body, not the body ruling the mind. What is the G for geometry? Where can we get your book? The book, I've literally just given a code, and let me check. There are 3 codes left. 3 people can use that code, 333. All you have to do is click my profile, go to the link in bio, and it'll take you straight there. Yeah, I'm going to take the hit of 40%. The book is called Book of Symbolism. Just received your book, thank you. No worries, enjoy. I just want to order the book. You can, it's